How's it going, everybody? We are back for another Fallout 76 shelter build, and as promised, we're going to be jumping into my science lab. So it is right up here in the observatory, and we have to go through this gate, and in we go. Technically, you can click in between, and yeah, but you know, if you put it there, you might as well, right? So let's give it a little second to load in here. I'm using mostly the wireless fusion generators for everything. It just makes things a lot nicer and easier. There we go. So in here, we have like this little separate room before you go in. So I turn this into a lobby to get back to wherever you may need to be. You can exit back to the Appalachia. You can go to residential. You can go to the museum, but the museum's not done yet. Then you can go to the exit zone, which I believe goes back to the atrium. Oh, no, that's atrium. And this is the observation. There we go. So, as you can see, it's protected with lots of turrets going forward. Got all the extra security. And as we come in here, you can see it is actually the gold vault that I turned into a laboratory. So it's a little bit different use than I think some people use it. But we've got all sorts of stuff going on in here. And I think it just made a really good lab. So over here, we kind of have like the lobby / break room area for the lab workers. You got ice, Nuka-Cola, milk. Then we got a full functioning kitchen with some more than sketchy looking things around. Got some meat, open can, you know, various different things going on around here. Then as we go over here, this will go across all the way, or we can go down this way, see all the different taxidermy stuff. The laboratory is definitely investigating a lot of the weird mutants and cryptids and so forth. So we have pretty much every mountable creature that we have unlocked mounted on the wall, which is fun. Then of course we have some of these going on. You gonna play for us? Nope. Alright, that's the one downside of hiding the HUD. You can't always see some of the buttons. And then over here we've got this crazy fusion generator. Added the ultracite crystals to give it just a so more dramatic effect of a look and everything. And sure, that's not the same thing, but you know, it just kind of fit, you know? Then if we turn around, we have ourselves the actual like laboratory area. Always love this you know, chemistry bench. I think I mentioned that in every video where I look at it. Got the little taxidermy version of the workbench. Then over here we've got various different strange things to collect. These are actually two different things, but they look the same. I think I have like a gulp or something to replace that there. We got a scorch in a jar, super mutant parts, deathclaw egg, and various different things. Sheep squatch horn and some claws, blood samples. Floaters, we've got the colossal sac and tick blood sac and Wendigo teeth going on up there. Then we've got all sorts of things going on in this corner. There's flies in the sink. You got a hand in the jar. We've got ourselves the hanging half pork thing going on. It's strange. They added so much different props for the pig, but we don't have a pig in the Appalachia yet. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll eventually add that with an update. But yeah, we've got just kind of all sorts of stuff going on. That poor fish stuck in a bag forever. Then we move along over here. You can see we have a few more things. It's kind of our human parts decoration. We've got our little human radiation x-ray thing going on. Come around the corner, we got a little frog in a jar, various other workbenches, and then we've got some kind of cool stuff on display. These aren't actually related to a season, but we've got ourselves the Stranglerheart armors on display. Then we have ourselves the Vault or Vault-Tec armor on display. So you've got the, you know, security officer, then we've got the two different weapons there, and then we've got the big old one right here. So all the special weapons that came along with that season, hanging out with all of these. Then as we move along over here, we've got the communist power armor, and I mean, there's a green version and the red. The red just felt so much more appropriate. We've got the jetpack on it and everything. Also, don't know why the light doesn't work on this one, but for some reason it's not working, and it's connected to a fusion generator, so it should have more than enough power. I think I have to actually delete it and replace it. And then if we come over here, we've got the start of our test tubes. Got various things in tubes, and then over here we've got the test laboratory, as I like to call it. And it's where we have all our kind of like humanoid creatures. We got literal humans, you got a super mutant, got a Wendigo, a Scorched, and a Trog. All kind of just hanging on out over here. So we've got that. Coming up the stairs, we have our like medical laboratory. You gotta go through here and cleanse first. This is where the bridge leads to. Around this side over here, we've got all of our little doctor stuff going on. Then we've got a little symptomatic in the corner. You can see we've got our brewing bench and various more things. You can see all of the gold stuff going on back there, which is kind of cool because it looks like it's like a corresponding office to us, you know? And then over here, we've got all of the stuff kind of set up for a little med bay to, you know, help people. Definitely not do weird former Enclave experiments on them. That definitely wasn't going on here at all. Wouldn't worry about that. So then we've got two different vaults attached to this. First one's going to be going into here. And in here, we kind of have like our animal laboratory. We've got the various different medical supplies on here. We've got a little abduction scene, more kind of med stuff related, you know, microscope, hot plate, camera, beakers. Have a little bird. We have multiple lizard cages. You can see the little skink. There he goes. So we've got those all around there. And then we've got ourselves the worm tank. We've got a desk with all sorts of stuff going on with it. We've got a little mirelurk in a cage, an owl, electronic cat, man-eating plant. We've got some more test tubes. We've got Blinky over here hanging out. And then this goes to the Ultrasite laboratory, which of course just makes sense. And this one is one of the newer ones, so I haven't even touched it. I literally have that season's armor in there, and that's about it. So that will be another video quite long away. But we got some floaters over here, some cages. Looks like we may have left this subject in the cage a little too long, but you know, oops. There's that. Then if we come all the way back down here, you may have seen another door that we skipped, and this goes into the gardens. So we have a garden laboratory. You come on through here, and boom. There it is. We've got various different things. Looks like that guy stayed in the cage a little bit too long too. But we've got all the different kind of plants that we have gotten from the different seasons or bundles on the Atomic Shop. And they're all growing inside of this little area here. Just all sorts of stuff the more you spend time in here and look. We even have some rad kelp in the display case. A little data recording center for, you know, all the botany stuff. Got our succulents and such on shelves. Some moths floating around. There's butterflies fluttering around. All sorts of things. And then this connects to another hidden area. And this area is ready to show, so it will probably be our next video. So that is where we'll be heading next. But yeah, there we have it, everybody. We've got gardens, botany laboratory, researching different types of power armors, unique power armors. We've got test tubes, we got a medical lab, we've got a creature room up at top, and then we've got all the different taxidermy and parts. I mean, it's just exactly what you would think makes a laboratory. And yeah, it just kind of fits right in. If we come across here, you can see into the garden a little bit, and you can see we have all the other various things like the Scorch Beast Queen and Mothman and a bunch of other stuff hanging up on the wall there. And we can just kind of do a little spin around, get the kind of scope of the room. But that's going to do it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed checking it out with me this time. And like I said, we'll be back next Monday to check out another shelter. I hope you've been enjoying these as much as I enjoy building them. And leave me comments. I just want to hear anything. Feedback, say hello, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just leave me some comments. These videos don't get nearly enough comments or views. So if you could share them and we can get this video, you know, up and going into the algorithm, that would be amazing. One way or another, y'all rock, and thanks for supporting me always. Have a good one.